Hey guys, thanks for subscribing. Figured I'd make a quick video here. This is my 5-gallon Fluval Spec V. Do a quick rundown on it for us here. It is a dirted substrate. I got some white gravel and some white sand as a cap. The sand does seem to be hindering some of the dwarf hairgrass, the runners. I am getting some runners, but it's going pretty slow. But the thing about aquariums, just patience is everything, and one day it'll carpet a good majority of that substrate there. Off to the left, we've got red crypt Wendettis. Had some trouble with some melt on those when I first started, which is to be expected, but those are starting to come back here finally, and once that fills out that left-hand side, I think this aquarium will start looking pretty sweet. Along the back there, I've got some cypress grass. I also have some dwarf Sagittaria mixed in there. Just brings the focus more towards that hole where the 3 rocks are. And then let's see what else. I've got 3 peacock gudgeons. I've had them for about 7 months. They'll probably get about twice that size, so eventually they may need to be moved. I do keep some blue Riley shrimp in here. One of the issues I had with the shrimp on this aquarium when I first started was the overflow up there, because the shrimplets could actually fit through there and then get sucked in and become a member of the filtration. So what I did to stop that, I just took some normal the pillow floss stuff. I just went to Walmart and got some of that, like a big bag of it for like $3. So I just shoved a bunch of that in there. Water flow's still good. That was my major concern with doing that. And I don't have any more shrimps in the filtration system. I've got the stock lighting on here. Nothing too fancy. They call it a 7500K, but I don't know about that. Something I did buy to boost the lighting on this aquarium is the Marineland Hidden LED Accent System, and I love this light. It's not really the best for growing plants, but on my other aquariums I do use them just for accents. The accents look awesome, and it does a pretty good job with the grass back there, pretty clearly. I do have a clown Plecostomus in here. He hangs out behind this back rock, and he's a pretty bashful little guy, but he does do a pretty good job keeping those rocks clean. I do have a little bit of an algae issue in here, but it's green algae, and I honestly kind of like the way that looks, so not really taking any steps to fight algae. The Plecostomus does a pretty good job keeping it from getting overrun, but I like the way it looks, so it stays. And then at night, I do keep the lights on this one about 8 hours, maybe a little longer sometimes. But at night, I do like to continue looking at my fish and my aquascapes. So that accent lighting up there has a blue setting, and it lights up the tank fairly well. Hopefully, as you can see in this video, I'm using an iPhone 5, and I don't really have anything else. So hopefully, this works out well. The water flow in this, originally I had planned this aquarium for a betta. But the water flow on this is pretty strong, so something I did to help with that is I got the Fluval Edge intake filter. That filter fits perfectly over this nozzle right here. So you just tie one of those on there. It does a pretty good job deadening the water flow, but you got to be careful because you could get dead spots over here. But the way it is now, that will just toss a betta around all day. So I wouldn't really recommend this aquarium for a betta. Just get something a little more simple, or you could even just bypass this overflow system and get like an internal filter or a little hang on the back with a baffle or something. And I do use baffles on 2 other aquariums, and it really helps with water flow and keeps the fish happy. Just got to be careful with the dead spots, but I'll go into that when I get into the other aquariums here pretty soon. That should wrap it up on this one. If you guys have any questions, I'm more than willing to answer, and I appreciate you watching.